Have you ever felt a chill down your spine when you enter a room, as if someone or something unseen is watching you? Imagine, if you will, an old, desolate house standing defiantly against the ravages of time. A house shrouded in mystery, whispered about in hushed tones by the local townsfolk, its ominous silhouette casting long, foreboding shadows that seem to dance with the moonlight. Locals call it the House of Shadows. This house, abandoned and forgotten, has long been the epicenter of strange occurrences. Tales of eerie lights flickering in the dead of night, whispers of ghostly apparitions, and chilling accounts of unexplained phenomena have become the stuff of local legend. The house, it seems, is alive with secrets, its walls echoing with the untold stories of its spectral inhabitants. Tonight we dare to uncover the truth behind the House of Shadows. Prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown, a chilling exploration of the eerie and the uncanny. Every place carries a history, but some histories are better left forgotten. This house, this monument to the eerie and the uncanny, is no exception. Shrouded in the mists of time, it has seen more than its fair share of misfortune. The house once resonated with life and joy, home to a happy family whose laughter echoed through its halls. But as the years wore on, a series of tragic events would cast a dark shadow over the dwelling. The first resident to meet a gruesome end was the patriarch of the family, who disappeared without a trace one stormy night, his fate remaining a mystery to this day. His wife, overcome by grief and despair, was said to have taken her own life within these very walls. Their children, left to their own devices, were eventually taken into care, leaving the house empty and abandoned. But the tragic tale of the house did not end there. Over the years, it fell into a state of disrepair, becoming a chilling silhouette against the landscape. Despite its dilapidated state, it attracted the attention of thrill seekers and ghost hunters drawn to its macabre history. Several of them reported strange occurrences, shadowy figures in the corners of their eyes, chilling whispers in the dead of night, and an inexplicable cold that seemed to seep into their very bones. One particular incident that stands out involves a group of youngsters who dared to spend the night in the house. They claim to have seen the spectral figure of a woman, her face twisted in anguish, roaming the halls. This sighting was followed by a series of unexplainable events that led to the house being cordoned off and dubbed as haunted. The house, once a symbol of love and family, had become a chilling testament to the darker side of humanity. Its history, steeped in tragedy and loss, has left an indelible mark on its essence, transforming it into a place of unease and fear. With such a tainted past, it's no wonder the house has earned its dreadful reputation. They say when the sun goes down, the house comes alive. As the shroud of darkness falls, the House of Shadows begins to whisper tales from its shadowy corners. Stories filled with chilling accounts of those who dared to venture within its walls after sunset. Let's delve into some of these eerie encounters. There's the tale of a young photographer, captivated by the house's antiquated charm. He ventured in with his camera, hoping to capture the essence of a bygone era. Instead, he captured the whispers of the unseen. He spoke of hearing strange noises, like the soft echo of children's laughter coming from the empty rooms upstairs. Then there's the account of a group of thrill seekers who decided to spend a night in the house, armed with nothing but their courage and a few flashlights. They reported seeing shadows darting around the corners, shapes that had no source and didn't belong to any of them. The temperature would drop inexplicably, and they'd feel an eerie presence, as if being watched by unseen eyes. And who could forget the story of the old caretaker? He claimed to have seen a woman in a white gown walking through the corridors at the stroke of midnight, only to disappear when he tried to approach her. He said he could hear the soft rustle of her gown, and the faint scent of roses would linger in the air long after she vanished. These are but a few of the numerous accounts that have been shared over the years. Each person stepping into the House of Shadows seems to bring back their own unique and chilling story. They all echo the same sentiment, that something else resides within the house. Something unseen, unheard, but always felt. a presence that transcends the realm of the living, dwelling in the space between shadow and light. These experiences leave us with an unsettling question: what lurks within the House of Shadows? As we delve deeper into this mystery, remember, the house is always watching, always waiting, and always ready to share its secrets with those who dare to listen. In the face of fear, a few brave souls dared to seek the truth. And so, our tale of investigation begins, where courage meets curiosity in the chilling halls of the House of Shadows. The whispers of the past and the eerie tales of the paranormal were not enough to deter the hardy. Amateur ghost hunters, armed with their infrared cameras and electromagnetic field detectors, ventured into the house, hoping to capture a glimpse of the spectral residents. Their footage, grainy and ambiguous, hinted at shadowy figures lurking in the corners, strange orbs floating in the air, and inexplicable cold spots that made even the bravest shiver. Paranormal researchers, armed with their scientific curiosity and a hint of skepticism, also walked these haunted halls. They dove deep into the house's history, connecting the dots between the spectral sightings and the unsettling past. They conducted seances, seeking to communicate with the spirits. The flickering candlelight, the temperature drops, the eerie whispers in the silence. Were these the responses from the other side, or mere tricks of the mind? And let's not forget the locals, the skeptical ones who had lived in the shadow of the haunted house for years. They scoffed at the notion of ghosts, dismissing the tales as mere folklore. Yet when they stepped into the house, they too felt an uncanny chill, a sense of unease they couldn't shake off. They heard the soft whispers, saw the fleeting shadows, and even the staunchest skeptics couldn't ignore the unnerving feeling of being watched. Each investigation, each exploration, unearthed evidence that hinted at the presence of the supernatural. Yet the more they discovered, the more elusive the truth became. The spectral figures in the footage, the sudden cold spots, the whispers in the silence. Were these signs of the paranormal, or were they just figments of overactive imaginations? But as with all things unknown, the evidence only led to more questions that continue to hang in the air, as heavy and as chilling as the shadows in the house. The House of Shadows remains an enigma, shrouded in mystery and fear. Theories surrounding the house are as numerous as they are diverse. Some remain skeptical, attributing the strange occurrences to natural phenomena. They suggest that the creaking floors and chilling drafts are the result of old architecture, not ghostly inhabitants. These skeptics point to scientific explanations, arguing that infrasound, low-frequency sound that humans can't hear, might be responsible for the spooky sensations reported by many. Others, however, believe in the supernatural. They argue that the house's dark history has left an indelible mark, forever imprinting the building with a spectral presence. The inexplicable cold spots, the sudden feeling of being watched, the untraceable whispers in the dead of night, all they contend are signs of paranormal activity. Then there's the psychological perspective. Fear, as we know, is a powerful emotion. It can warp our perceptions, make us see things that aren't there, hear sounds that don't exist. Could it be that the fear associated with the House of Shadows has simply tricked visitors into believing they've experienced the paranormal? Perhaps the power of suggestion is at play. When people visit the house knowing its eerie reputation, are they more likely to interpret ordinary occurrences as supernatural? The human mind is a complex and mysterious entity after all. Its ability to conjure up images and sounds based on expectation is well documented, and yet, despite these logical explanations, the House of Shadows refuses to be dismissed as a mere product of overactive imaginations or faulty architecture. The sheer number of chilling encounters, the consistency of the experiences, the profound fear etched onto the faces of those who've dared to step inside, these things lend credibility to the supernatural theories. No definitive answers have been found, and perhaps they never will be. The House of Shadows continues to fascinate, terrify, and beckon the brave and the curious. Skeptic or believer, everyone agrees on one thing: there's something about that house. Yet the chilling encounters and inexplicable events keep the legend alive. In the end, the House of Shadows continues to stand, a testament to the unknown, This enigmatic edifice, draped in darkness and shrouded in secrets, serves as a chilling reminder of the inexplicable. Its hallowed halls whisper stories of the past, tales that echo through time, reverberating with every creak of the floorboards, every gust of wind that whistles through the vacant rooms. A spectral silhouette against the moonlight, the house harbors a history that remains as elusive as the shadows themselves. Its unnerving allure, the spine-chilling sensation that sends shivers down your spine, is amplified by the myriad of unanswered questions surrounding it. What lurks within its walls? What secrets does it keep? The answers remain as intangible as a wisp of fog, slipping through our fingers at the slightest grasp. As we leave the House of Shadows tonight, remember, sometimes the things we can't explain are the most terrifying of all.